Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Hey Soul Family, back again. I'm Erica, your favorite Astro Homegirl. And welcome back for all of you guys that's been riding with me. And welcome for all of you guys that are new here, okay? For all of you guys that are new, I always do a little bit of the astrology first before I get down to business and get into the reading. It better helps me help you, but it helps me, guys, I promise. So, let's get into it. Now, this one is special. I'm gonna do this one on Lauren London, Nipsey Hussle, and we're gonna even tap into his brother, BLACC Sam. I love all of them. So I was like, I just felt compelled. I was just noticing I'm an angel numbers person, and I kept seeing Nip's birthday. So I was like, you know what? Might be time to just maybe do a reading. So, and I thought about it. I was like, let's look into the astrology of it, and then it'll start to add up. So let's get into it, all right? So I pulled up Miss Lauren London, and she just recently had a birthday. So happy belated birthday and solar return to her. She is a December 5th, okay? So she the day after my son, my baby, and Granny B birthday, 1204. Her and Lil Rico. So 1205, Sagittarius sun. You guys all know her as Boo from the ATL movie, okay? And a whole lot of other stuff. I remember when she was in that Pharrell video. Beautiful. So she is a Sag. So let's see what house. Oh wow, she's a true Sag. She's a Sag in the ninth house, in his house of his home. She got a few placements up there too. Oh wow, I kind of see something already. Hold on, let me look. Okay, so she has her sun in Sag. She has Uranus in Sag. Okay. Oh, that's Capricorn energy. And she has a 10th house Capricorn career placement. Let me see what's in that house. Now, I do see Scorpio is her 8th house. And Pluto is there. That's powerful with transformations. And so I can see where she lost a nip in a sense. Saturn is in Scorpio. Wow. Yeah, definitely can see. And there we go. And challenges there. Wow. Her Taurus energy though, her money house. Her moon is in Taurus. So she Earth. I wonder what her rising is. They don't tell that. So she got a moon in Taurus. And her north node is there. Wow. So Venus, she gonna always be favored in the house when it comes into resources and finances. And I just leave it at that. But it is, So she has Jupiter in her 10th house. Wow. Her Venus is in Capricorn. And her look like her Neptune. And Neptune is the industry. And she is very known as Boo. It matches her 10th house. But the Jupiter there, one thing about Capricorn, Saturn, is a planet of Chronos, karma, time, slowest moving planet. So rewards can come later in life, right? But with Jupiter here, it's about, Saturn is about structures, pillars in the community, you know, money, that legacy, wealth. And her wealth comes from, yep, legacy. Wow. That's deep. It's in a chart. And she met him there. That was her love. And her Venus is in Capricorn. And so it's her Neptune. And Neptune is the industry. And they met and worked, you know, like in it. Wow. That's deep. That's deep. So her Mars is in Aquarius. And it's in his house and home. So sexual libido. Okay, Lauren, I see you, girl. With that Venus energy there, baby. She may enjoy threesomes. Alright, so let's go look at Nip chart. Yeah, because let's see what her look. Okay. Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to see before I move. Because Libra house is in her partnership house. It's an empty house, but it's there. It's love, partnership. Now Chiron is in Gemini. Oh, the wounded healer in the house of his home. Interesting. Gemini is about communication. So some challenges and something not. Okay. Nipsey. Not able to pull him up that way. Let me see, y'all. Ride with me. I thought I pulled it up. Let's just see. Okay. Okay. Brother from another mother. Leo son. Nipsey Hussle. Y'all know Nipsey the great, legendary Nip. Of course, American, you know, rapper from the Cali, repping the blue. And his birthday is actually just a few days before mine, August 15th. He is a Leo sun. He has a Leo moon. So he was with the shit, baby. Leo gang. That's right, bruh. Okay, and he was a Pisces rising. So him and his brother are soulmates. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. But that I'm gonna say something though. With him being a Leo sun, baby, that Sagittarius and that Leo is a hell of a relationship. And it goes. So him and Lauren were definitely a match, you know. Let me see what her Pisces house is. I'm interested to see that. Let me go back. See, his ain't on this one, and I like the way this one is set up. I can read the chart better here. If a different site be different. Oh, 12th house. Hidden. His moon. No, his rising is in the 12th. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna go down the chart. I just want to see his, hold on. Yep, see the gray. Okay, he had the sun and moon and Leo. Oh, it's Mercury, so he just is a star all the way around the board. And his Venus is in Cancer. That's an energy of Venus, and Venus, that Cancer and Capricorn. It can be opposite, but it goes. It's an emotional connection that Cancer brings to that Capricorn energy. So Mars, Leo. Oh, he's a mess. And our Mars and Aquarius, they had some nice fun times. Yes, they did. And his Jupiter. Oh, damn. Wow. So I'm starting to notice that, like, in the charts, right? So Jupiter being in Aquarius, Aquarius is for group community, and it's interesting because, you know, even though Nip was one, Leo one, right? Royal one. He blessed the family, the community, the fam. And that's what Aquarius energy does, right? Rico, if I'm really working on doing a deep dig into his chart, but it's the Aquarius energy of that where my placement is. And so you can see a lot, you know, even just in my chart, it runs really deep. So it's like community, and he's the pillar, the beginning, the foundation of, you know, Dungeon family. And it's interesting because this year is 2026, and that's his birthday, literally straight 2026, 1 year. He's the one that brought that to, you know, the blessings to y'all, you know. It's interesting. Got a little chill. So to see this energy with Nip, it just makes sense because Jupiter is blessings and expansion. And he's blessed them from the heaven and constantly, daily. That's a fact. Wow. Saturn is in Scorpio, where hers was. So you can see the loss. Wow. Uranus and Sag. This was a strong connection with them. They definitely could be up, down, you know. But when they go, it can be extreme with them with that Uranus. Extremely this way, extremely that way. Wow. And they both have the same Chiron. Communication. And I guarantee you they had their issues with that. Lots to learn, but powerful. Okay, so let me see what I could have pulled up real quick for I'm getting there. I got Nip. Let me see. I think they do. I don't know if they have Black Sam, but I do know that he's a Pisces. I love Black Sam. Let me see. I really do. Such a powerful, he's just powerful, period. Let me see. Yeah. It's just Nip. Let me see. I thought it was up on this one. Free. Okay. No, not that. Let me see something. Maybe we could just see the. I'm not mistaken from what I saw, and I thought I pulled it up. It's March. It's 304 because he a Pisces just like Big Rico, but Big Rico 226 and he is 304. March 4, 304, baby. A real one. A whole real one. A real nigga. I would love to see his chart. It's probably very, very, very deep, but Pisces is a sage, you know, and it's interesting because he's the big brother and being Leo the baby, you know. Very, very close relationship and definitely soulmate with that Pisces rising, you know. They very connected deeply. I know I'm a Leo sun, so and Big Rika is you know, a Pisces sun, so I definitely know. And it's interesting because I would love to see what his placements were because are like as far as moon and rising. Powerful though. So let's get into the messages. I'm just looking, guys, you know, kind of pulling into their energy, seeing what I could pull up between them before we get into the reading. So let's get into it because I love all of them. So let's see what's going on, all right? All right, so family, so this one is special to me, guys. Like I was saying to you, but I just want to say first, Lauren London, you are a strong woman, baby. Yes. But just so y'all know, the reading was powerful. And I just put together some clips. Hopefully I don't get copyright, YouTube. But first, I just want to say shout out to Candace Grace. This was my first time hearing her. I follow her on Instagram, but hearing her speak, that was dope. So I put some clips together because there was messages in between there, especially with Queen Afua. I absolutely love her too. So, you know, I thought there was some messages that maybe even for some of you guys that are chiming in, it's a message for you, you know. So let's get into the reading after the clips, guys. And make sure y'all sound off in the comments. Can't wait to hear y'all thoughts and how y'all feel. All right, let's talk. Let's do it.
When you have a real connection with someone, it surpasses the physical aspect of your life. You're always inspired by them.
Yeah.
You're always wanting to honor them. You know, I'm constantly being reminded of things Hustle would tell me that now makes more sense now than it did then.
Yeah.
I just think it just really, that's why it is a LA love story. When you have a real
London will receive $5.6 million from his estate and 50% of the Marathon Clothing Company. Since 2019, it's been a back and forth court battle to finally settle the details of his estate. Apparently, Nipsey only had his son and his daughter listed as the beneficiaries to his earnings. His estate is worth $11 million and he had over $5 million in several bank accounts. So finally, Radar Online received copies of the court documents and they released an article today sharing that Lauren will receive her portion of the money for her son and Nipsey's family will receive the portion of the money for his daughter because, of course, she's a minor and they have guardianship over her. There was a court battle between his ex, his daughter's mom, because she was trying to gain back guardianship of her daughter. And she did not win that battle. So his sister, his mom, you know, his family will receive the money for his daughter and Lauren will get her funds for her son. We continue to pray for their family and RIP Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle's good.
I don't really know how I'm doing. I know that I am, you know, cultivating life for my children and I know that I am, you know, definitely trying to be of service, but I miss him tremendously every day.
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with the fact that it just happened. You know, it happened.
Right.
And, you know, I still have so many questions.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that I've just gotten really closer to myself in this process.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to have faith that I'll probably never really fully understand all my pain, but I have intention on healing the trauma of it.
Right.
Like, I don't want to hold this the trauma of it in my body.
Right.
I want to be strong and healthy for my children.
Yes.
I always say they're my biggest motivation because they deserve such a joyful life.
Yeah.
I don't really end up following him on, I don't even remember what social media. See, my memory is so whack. Maybe it was Twitter, or at the time it was Twitter. I don't know. I don't remember. Instagram, maybe. I started following him, and then he DM'd me like, "Hey, thank you for this."
He slid into your
He slid in
DMs.
my DMs. He's like, "Thanks, thanks for the support. Appreciate you. Send me your sizes so I can send you a personal box."
Yeah.
And then he gave me his number, and so then I text him because I was like, I don't do DMs.
Okay, but did you think it was really cute then?
I thought he was fine. Maybe but first of all, me following him was I was like, he took the bait.
Yeah.
No, yes, I always thought he was very attractive. I actually had like friends that knew him that were like, I think you guys would get along, you know, years before that. But I try to like let my boundaries be led with like love and truth. And if this individual is really unhealthy, I clearly can't change them. And I'm also not, we talked about this, I don't check coats. Like, I'm not about to be the first to tell you what you need to do. People resent you for that.
I'm learning as I get older, definitely my relationship with God is first. But my next relationship, which I didn't know was the most important, is the relationship with myself. But I didn't know that. No one told me that when I was growing up. I didn't even know. I had to stumble across and say, oh, wait. There's something right there. Okay. So can you guys speak a little bit to the relationship with yourself, even related to business? You spoke a little bit about it earlier, Lauren, and how you make decisions. But can you just touch upon that? 'Cause I think that's important. That's something I'm just learning.
I'm just learning it too. So we're going to let Queen answer that.
54 years of the work.
I am learning that right now.
No, the relationship with yourself, that's why I said the business and you are really one energy. So if you fell because you was hurting from your past, it goes back to your beginnings. What were your beginnings like? Were you encouraged? Were you supported? So that's why oftentimes we don't do our vision until years later.
Yeah.
Because we're not told, that's a great idea. I say, so protect your vision.
Yeah.
Hold it and only talk to those who support you and who are going to push you forward. So you won't go up and down so much. But if you trust yourself that you were born to do it, you were born to live out your greatness. So live it no matter what. But stay in tune, because if you don't stay in tune, you'll say yes to the wrong thing. You'll say, come into my business, and you'll then have to pull them out of your business. Ooh, wow, we all felt, that's a ministry.
I'm learning.
Well, actually, you are your business. So the better you take care of yourself, the more functional and the more powerful, the more prosperity your business is going to be. Your business actually shows where you are, your weaknesses and your strengths. You know, your ups and your downs, your moodiness and your indecisiveness. If you're feeling sick, you know, especially for women, every month, your business can go up and down for 3 to 7 days when we have our menses, if we're in pain. And so many black women are having fibroid tumors and cysts and all of that. So that's impacting our business. So the more we can take care of ourselves and really take time to take care of ourselves, the more prosperous our business will become. So our health is number one for the business to be most effective.
You agree with that, Lauren?
I agree with that, and I'll just piggyback off of that. I feel like integrity is number one. I feel like when you lead with integrity, everything will align. That doesn't mean you'll get a yes every time or that everything is going to work how you so see it, but it's going to work in a divine time as it should be. So stay within your integrity.
So is there patience that you have to have in that as well?
Completely. I mean, I feel like Earth is all about patience. I'm learning that every day. Yeah. Little Lauren, 5 things. I would tell her that 1, she is enough. 2, that even when it feels like no one loves you, God does, that you are loved. 3, not to take any of it personal. 4, that she has purpose, that she's supposed to be here. And 5, big or small, do it.
All right, so family, so I had to go get me a little drink for this one. Special to me, and I did something different that I've never done before. So these are the cards, and I'm just gonna go with the flow like we always do. And of course, you know, these are Neil, Lauren, and Black Sam's cards. Okay, so since it's a lot to unpack, y'all, this might be long, so I don't know if I'm gonna do a part 1 or part 2. I don't know. It could be long or short, but y'all know riding with me. You know I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna go, you know me, find clips, whatever I can. Even if it's just pictures or photos, you know. But, yeah, we'll start with Lauren's energy first. And like I said, get you a little drink, a cocktail, your favorite, you know, snack, or, you know, whatever you're doing. And let's just lock in and just see where the messages go, right? And I know it's so many questions, so let's get started. Let me take a little, sip, and let's do it. And we'll start with Lauren's energy first and just kind of go from there, okay? And I did something special, and you'll see as it goes. So let's just lock in with me. Let's let it flow. Let me get one more. Yeah, y'all. Let's see. So I'm gonna slide this to the side. And we're gonna go with her. I'm gonna slide these over here. But these, let me move this. This can't go back. I'm sorry. Okay. This is what we'll start. But since we're getting that current energy, let's go with that. These two. I already blessed them, and I did do, trust me, I did Florida World. I done did a little bit of everything. And I also did a prayer, so for all positive and good, you know. So we're gonna start with her current energy, and we're gonna go from there. Lauren London, okay, guys? So let me do it. Okay, let's see. Let's sit that there. I'm gonna start with these first, kind of like a compass, and then I'm gonna do the traditional ones. Clear this deck. I hope y'all doing good. So this is kind of be like a compass since we just getting our current energy in. What's the head, you know? A lot. Let's see. Okay, something wants to come out. So we'll do that. And it's crazy. She got a lot of good energy coming out, you know. Let's see. I asked for 3, so let's just see. Let's see. Wow. Focal point card, Mercury, communication. Okay. We got so many messages. I'm going to kind of slide them here. And I'm going to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop these guys. Bear with me. We're doing something different today. But it's all worth it because it's worth it. That's what we're here to do, is do the reading, right? Okay? Okay, so that's the extra, so we can kind of unpack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these here. And then we're going to current energy. Clear the deck first, okay? Let's see. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Take it there. Okay. Let me see. Damn. She got a lot of messages. Okay, let's get into it. Y'all know me. Give me a little second to unpack, you know. I'm going to slide this right here. Focal point card is interesting off the gate. And we haven't even flipped the messages, right? So I'm going to unpack them as we go. Oh, wow. Okay. These were kind of like extra. And I think this was a 9-year for her, too. All right, guys. So, trying to see how to unpack. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is the top. Right. Okay. Really don't kind of matter how these go. These are the messages that add to it. So I'm not going to be so much as into that, because these don't matter in what order per se. But I still kept them in an order. So I'm going to sit those right there, because she got quite a few. Let me sit this right here. Okay. Yeah. I know y'all like, damn. I wasn't prepared either. So let's see. Okay. It's a lot of interesting messages, right? And y'all know when I be taking a second, I really be unpacking. Let's look at the cards that were pulled. They kind of go with these as well. And it's interesting because her focal point card, right? And this is Lauren London, is the Four of Swords, which is like, I mean, come on. She's been in a space of retreat and out of the way, out of the public eye, basically since this situation even happened, right? Period. And it's interesting that on the astrology deck cards, her focal point card is Mercury, right? So it's an energy with communication. And that could be on so many different levels when it comes to her life, you know. Words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trade, idea, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder, right? Communication. In her current energy in her head in 2026, ninth house matters. It's so crazy because didn't I say her personal year is 9? You can't make it up. You know, ninth house will be about her traveling. And this is her energy. Sagittarius sun, ninth house. So she's going to be really, you know, even in the year ahead, like I said, these are compass messages, even before we get into the messages. You know, but transformation engines, beginnings for her for sure. But this is an energy of adventure. She's going to really be tapping into her Sagittarius energy, using that passport, you know, spiritual quest, you know, aspirations of seeking knowledge more. Could be, you know, religion, gurus, taking risks, but definitely foreign travel adventures, customs, faith, belief, pilgrimages. Okay, spiritual quest again in the energy. In the house that rules that. So this is the focal point of her year, like the compass ahead. Right? Here goes some more right here. Oh, wow. 10th house. So back to, you know, reputation and career. Getting back into her zone. Getting her mojo back, right? 10th house is about career and responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame, notoriety. standing, authority figures, legacy, Nip. Nipsey, legacy. You see that? You see that with the throne? Ooh, that's powerful, right? Authority figures, legacy, purpose, pinnacle, the patriarchy, baby, empire. The marathon continues. Coming in, standing on business. You know, this whole thing for her, you know, I know people probably gotta, you know, it's a lot of readings on Lauren, a lot, right? And like I said, it's when I say we got some talented people who done did the hell out of some readings when it came to this Nipsey thing. This is my first time ever even doing anything reading on them, but I know what the fuck she feel like with that Four of Swords sitting right there. Cause I mean, it's no time on grief. You can't put no time on it, and it's like taking a real hit, you know. And this strength, it comes bit by bit, baby, I promise. You know, time heals wounds, but you don't, it's no clock on that time, but no ticker, or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? She gonna continue to carry that legacy. Her chart, her energy is 10th house, I want to say. She had some spaces in there, you know, so she could be working on projects, and even if she don't come back to the screen in the face, and I ain't even started to read her messages, but it could be behind the scenes producing projects, you know, creating, you know, production and the energy of it. Like how Kerry Washington is responsible for, I love, when I say Reasonable Doubt is my show, I hate that we got to wait a whole nother whatever year to see that. That need to come back sooner. But you get what I'm saying. Having her in-handed things, continue to do, you know, creative projects. You know, still being mommy, you know, mommy duties. Cancer energy, you know. Intuitive. Her intuitivity, yeah, her you get what I mean. It could be heightening this year, you know. Birthing things, new beginnings on new things and new projects. We had a 1 year, we at the beginning of a whole new cycle. And it's interesting how she had the 9 and the 1. Lunar, being more sentimental, defensive for all the right reasons, more family oriented, you know. Nostalgic energy. She'll have challenges. Ninth, you know, it's the 9th year, but it's for all to the good. Creates tension, stalls. Some things will sound the alarm, you know, motivate you, pressures you into doing some things and moving forward, frustrates, demands, struggles, hurts, works out though, and reconciles, reorients things. Remember I said the challenge is here for the better, right? Got her energy, can't make it up. Not only did we pull 9th house, but we pulled her through and through. Sagittarius sun, remember, the Voyager. She gonna be taking some journeys this year. Spiritually too. Enthusiastic. Remember, learning new things, more philosophical, more independent, more generous. Being more ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest. Can be unbridled at times, but you know, experiential. Lucky, boundless, traveling for her this year, right? taking risks, stepping outside the box. Don't be too self-righteous. Taurus, bombshell, so beauty. Really embracing that moon energy. She got a Taurus moon. It's interesting how, that's why I said I love this deck. This deck is gorgeous in the energy that it pulls. It pulls directly to your energy. Wow. It'll be a glow for her, beauty for her this year, you know. Through this transformation that she's basically been going through in so many different ways. Communication, I can't make it up. Look, she got it through and through. Mercury and Gemini is communication, guys. She more intuitive. She gonna be getting messages from heaven, from Nip, from her, you know, angels and ancestors, spirit guides. It's in the messages. Curious. She gonna be, you know, versatile, communicative, more flexible, variety seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant, perceptive, very connected, more vocal, adaptive, street smart, mobile, studious, superficial, restless and fidgety. But the butterfly, remember the bombshell, so beauty. A beauty will evolve. That'll be a part of her transformation, right? Or is a part of her transformation. She got a quincunx, so a complexity. Again, it's some complex things to deal with this year. And I can imagine in the 9. And these things could be, you know, internal too. Irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, and transforms. I said 9, transform, right? And she got the 9 in 9th house. Interesting. It's blessings on that though. Because remember, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So through these transformations, it's blessings. Opposition, she been going through some things. I could just imagine. Finding the balance. Opposition is balance. Relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, and calls out. Creative energy, right? Pisces, the mystic, imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, dreamy, ephemeral, allowing, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, and practical, oceanic, self-pitying, and illogical. More, you know, voyages, water. Seeking balance, guys, through this, you know, process and this transformation and this journey that she's been in called life, right? More intuitive, could be communicating. Yep, got a Pisces. I think it's moon arising, but that's being more tapped in messages, right? 3rd house, perception, speech, thoughts. Look, all about communication for her this year. Communication from heaven, communication out, more speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussion, surroundings, and sociability. So more from her. The Lovers in reverse. First card out the gate. It's been tough for her, y'all. For real. No bullshit aside. It really has. She's strong, but it's been tough. And let me say this too. When it comes to this energy, like you said, we don't necessarily know what she got going on, but it could be an energy with relationships and the reason why I'm pausing, I'm always seeing stuff. It be a whole lot of messages at one time, y'all. This is the energy that she's been in for quite some time, right? With the lovers in reverse. And, of course, that will represent her and Nip. But this is the energy of what it's like this is a part that brought upon of what her life has been. So it's interesting that the two of them come upside down. In other words, it's like she lost her soulmate. It's deep. And because of this particular situation, this part of her life, now she's moving forward to new beginnings, right? So this is a 1 year, and she's mustering up the energies with these fresh starts, and it's gonna be creatively, putting this energy into passions, into a work, right? Manifesting, but it's new creative projects and things, but she's gonna be even what she does also is gonna be inspired, right? She'll be inspired, these new things ahead, new passion, stepping outside of the box and doing new things. We might see a new haircut, a new style from her this year, just new energy, period. Maybe even a new attitude to an extent, right? The Empress is in reverse. I don't get not fruitful from her. It's more of an energy of this goes hand in hand with the lovers, like my soulmate. And, her being the children's mom, the baby boy. Recovery is here. It's like she been and it's here. It matches with the Four of Swords. It's like she been spiritually going within. She been, really tapping into what is it that she want to do creatively in, whatever she's been working on, because y'all clearly gonna see it with the Mercury energy and Gemini here. So messages of energy of that will be communicated in this year, that she finally ready to come forward and start to recover, right? She got a lot to work through as far as her shit. I could just imagine, as far as, and allegedly, everything is in my opinion, but therapy, mentally having to deal with so much, right? But making a choice to, towards like recovery and healing through the grief. You okay over there, boy? Because she been holding back for a while with that hangman, right? She got 2 aces, y'all. She got blessings of finances and even offers coming. News, too. News of new projects, new ways to make money. You know, she could be having a new product lines and just, you know, hell, it could even be something new that has something to do with the marathon, but even her, you know, whatever she puts her energy into this year, even with these new creative projects, it's gonna be very abundant and successful, you know. It's funny how she got the 2 of Cups beside the Knight of Swords in reverse, right? And the Sun being here with the Death card with the 3 of Swords. And it's crazy because it's like, this is the energy of Nip. Like, that's their, you know, situation. Dating for her, y'all, is tough, right? So even if she has even dealt with somebody that we can't see, or, you know, that we hear about or whatnot, but it's tough. It's almost like with that energy, it's like it's still resistance in connections. You know, it was her dating, if she is dating, you know, because we can't see it all. Come on, let's keep it real. You know, I always say that, gotta keep it real. But the Sun is near Death card, right? Heartbreak. So they had things going on between them too. But again, new cycle, the World card. She can have some manipulative ways. It's in the messages. Staying on top of investments this year, making sure not to let nobody trick you. Let's see what, that's deep. She got new projects ahead. Clearly gonna hear some communication, right? I know people wanted to know something like, what was the questions about the Diddy thing or something? Let's see. Hey. Let's ask this she missed it. Let's see. Did she deal with Diddy? Because I know that was a question people had. She sure came down here and got them motherfuckers together, didn't she? She said, y'all don't need to come at her with that bullshit. And how about, I'm going to keep drinking my green juice. I know the fuck that's right. She got their ass together real quick, baby. But let's ask. I think somebody had a question. We'll just do 1 to 3. This might be the answer, baby. There you go. No. No. King of Cups in reverse too. Nah. Nah, they cool, but no. What was another thing? It's been damn sure a process for this girl. For sure, y'all. A lot, you know, a year, like real endings and new beginnings. Like we said, we're going to see a lot of communication from her. Definitely could be a total new style as well, right? Let's ask, I don't really have any other, you know, it's just more of a check-in for her and the energy around her, right? So we can definitely get into, which I did something special, y'all. Hey. Let's do messages from heaven. I got this deck from Doreen Virtue, and we'll see what messages that Nip got for her, right? And you could tell that they knew because I didn't even I meant to leave that in the box. So let's do that. And then we'll get on into the energy of, we'll ask about Black Sam, right? Dating for her. She could be dating, but it's been a tough, you know, cycle for her. That's why I paused, because this is in the messages. Even if, like, people said they wasn't together, you know how they go when we in relationships and, you know, y'all could just not be talking for a little moment, a week or 2 or 3. You get what I'm saying? But we don't really know all of the, you know? You get what I'm saying? I just wanted to shuffle the cards real good because I'm going to get right on to them. And we're going to see what messages Nip got for Lauren. Healing is a journey for her, basically is what I'm saying. And of course, she's going to have fun, live her life. Of course, yes. But you can just see it in the messages. That's all. I always keep it real with y'all, you know? So let's ask what messages for them. I don't really like to go into, but we'll ask, because I prayed about these. I wonder if he got a lot of, it could be them. She could get a lot of messages from him too this year, because it definitely was in the messages, even in the cards, right? So we'll start with these. So we'll do like how we do the spread, 1 to 6, 1 to 6. And these are messages that Nip got for you, Lauren. See what he got for you. Okay. Ooh. Shay. Ooh. Y'all see that? Wow. Wow. I mean, you know what? We just gonna take exactly what we see. Because this ain't no messages. They oracle messages, right? So let's... Shay, thank you. You know? We'll do this. And then we'll ask... Ooh. Okay, Nip got some things to say to her, so let's see. Wow. Okay, so we always leave it up right for the focal point, right? And then we'll just get a few of these. Just a few, just a few. Okay, let's see, y'all. Let's see. I know y'all like, come on, E. You know, it's all good. Remember I said, get y'all tea. Oh, okay. And we're going to take it, and we're going to take it. Okay. And these other messages. Okay. So, focal point card. So, let's start with this deck first. And isn't it interesting, y'all? Focal point, Nip got message for Lauren. He said, I have a new understanding. I have a new understanding. He said, you are never alone. You are never alone, Lauren. Ooh, look, y'all. He said, we are so connected. We are so connected. He said, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. Wow. He said, my mind is free. Now I have no pain. Wow. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. That's what he said, Lauren. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Wow. We have been together in dreams. Y'all see that? Oh. I was met by so many loving people. Ooh, his ancestors. Remember his mama was calling the ancestors down? Well, he just confirmed it. Y'all see that? Ashe. Go ahead, Brother Newt. I send you loving signs through nature. You see that? Lauren, he sends you loving signs through nature, sis. Look at that butterfly. Wow. I always give you a good night kiss. Y'all see that? I'm about to cry. Oh my God, that is so sweet. And look, y'all, look. I can't make it up. He said, we will be together again. Wow. Lauren, he said, I am learning over here. Oh, wow, I just got some chills, y'all. He said, don't be afraid. Push it this year. Push it, girl. It's in your messages. Go forward. You know, he wants you to communicate. You kept getting that Gemini Mercury card. And look, it is not your fault. Y'all see that? I'm shading up. That was powerful. Y'all see my hand being itching? It's crazy. And let me just say something. This is another deck. I never even opened this before. It's brand new by Cal Gray. And I call myself getting it so I could, you know, like communicate with Big Rico and stuff. So I'm using it for them. Look, hope again. Do y'all see that? Hope. Your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point. Whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific in your life, there is always hope. Baby, he always around. Wow, that's the focal point. That's deep. Even if you think about it, her focal point card was rest, and it was like laying down. And it's kind of the energy just like that to let you know he always watching over her, because it's like a coffin. It's like, I'm right here. Ain't that something? That's why I be like, I'm sorry when I take pauses, but I be seeing stuff from so many different aspects. Soul power. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with the body, not a body that comes with the soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. He want her to tap into her soul power energy right now and you know, going forward. Synchronicities. He been talking to her. And remember, it was a lot of messages even in the astrology cards, guys. Y'all saw that in the Pisces energy, and it was the other one too. Synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? I can't make it up. People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from spirit world to help you for a specific reason. He is communicating present. Do y'all see that? Wow. Wow. Take a moment. Stop. Now's the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. And it was a conglomerate of cards in her personal messages and the pink cards. And they were like off right here to the side, right? And I noticed that it was a page of pentacles. It was a ace, remember? And I can't remember what the other card, but all of them represent, it must be a money decision that needs to be made. And she definitely need to just take a moment and pause and make sure that she crossing all the I's and dotting the T's, right? Trust. While your logical mind is dictating supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. This logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. He wants her to trust in her intuition and her spirit, and with those fresh starts, remember, new year. And look, I can't make it up. 2 different decks, and he communicate with her through what? Nature. So Lauren, nature, whatever you can think about, that is nil. This is the time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, your body, and your soul needs nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. She needs to do that anyway. This will help her healing process, because he's going to communicate with her through, he's wanting to communicate with her through nature. Wow. receive. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. So you got some gifts from heaven for this year coming in. Y'all see that? And that also was in the messages on those pinnacles. That's interesting. For all the people who be having something to say, this man is present and he is watching over her. And she does get to low points. It's in the messages, guys. But she is a strong woman and she is pushing. She pushing boundaries, you know. Let me ask, as we close out, Lauren, because this will be Lauren's by herself since the messages went to 50 minutes, right? I know that people wanted to know that she, I know that all that shit is some bullshit. I can't get into that, so I'm not gonna low vibrate. I'm not doing that because I just don't like it. As far as all like that big you and all that shit is low vibrational for real. And clearly, even with him outside of any of this, karma is here. And it's interesting because of the transits that were happening at the time when it was his solar return to come, with him being an Aries sun, and I forget what was going on in the astro weather in the transit, but it was a Mercury retrograde at that time in his energy coming up on the solar return, which was a clear indication. I forgot what other transit was in place. But it was like, Mercury is about the past comes back. And it was around the energy of bloodshed, war, his low vibrational. I don't even want to say what I want to say for real because I love y'all. So I'm stay positive. But all of that played a part. And it's interesting remember how it's like that karma clock tick, ain't nothing you could do. Come right on back. And it was right there in the time of legal, and he sure enough got picked up for that in a legal situation. Hell, it was so intense. Legal energy. He was on the damn, what they say, the world news, on the run, wanted, fugitive or whatever. Wasn't that crazy? So let's ask, because they're going to keep forging forward. I mean, it's in the messages. He's possibly, definitely present with her and the family at all times, We're just going to close out some last three cards. I mean, three messages going ahead for her this year and forward, As far as love goes, it just looked like it's a challenge. Still healing for her. Remember, no time limit on grief, and that's a fact, That's why I kind of was stalling, like, Might have somebody to tune you up, but it's still not relationship. Like, what you get what I'm saying, y'all? Y'all know what I mean? Hell, y'all know. You know, right? It's what her year consists of. New chapters, closure, letting go of control in the energy. New projects will be good. She gonna hear some messages or news or something she need to know or hear in the next few weeks. Summertime is key for her going forward. This is a 9 year for her, so this is about karma, justice. You can't make the messages up. Remember, I said 9 year. And a 9 years about transformation, endings, beginnings, breakdowns, 10 of swords, the final chapter, right? a transformational year of her to a lot of growth. Watching out for the red flags, making serious decisions, really going within, considering options on things, stopping a lot of bullshit in a lot of toxic ways. Fairness and balance is here. Working on bettering herself. Cause and effect. Balance, bringing balance, finding balance. A lot of people are. Because this is a year one of fresh starts, right? So you got legal matters she'll deal with. Inheritance can come. More blessings. Life lessons are here. Truth is here. Facing a lot of truths. Now. Final chapter ending, but it's for the better. For the new chapter ahead, the world card. Can't make the messages up. So new cycle, right? This is not the year, in the energy of her taking shortcuts. Because she can miss opportunities like that. Being humble. No energy of sarcasm. And let's see. Okay. Laying down her burden, same messages she had. Same message, so pinnacle of success for her. Summer season will be significant this year. Fun is on the horizon for her. So she just need to let loose, Karma, fairness. Balance is going to come. Justice and truth is here. So truth will be coming out too. But we see it and it's all good, right? So I love that. So let's I just wanted to kind of tap in with that. And as a matter of fact, let's do for her the cards, because we're going to, do Black Sound separately due to the time, right? So let's do the messy cards and get some messages for her. And we going to get off for Miss Lauren London. That's what's up, Lauren. Yep. And we'll do a number 2 with him, right? So let's do that. I'm glad y'all been riding with me. I said, let me just try something different. But that was so... Here's some major messages for her from heaven, right? Let's get it. And we'll just do a few. I always say that, but we are. I'm not going to drag y'all. Okay. Love y'all. Let's see. Messages from Lauren London. As we close out. Okay. We'll do like 3. Mm-hmm. Mm. Some powerful messages from heaven. Sometimes I just have to be silent. Like, dang, you gotta let it sink in a little bit, right? It's crazy. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to fall, but we're almost there. Wow. It just came right out right. That's good. All right, let's do it. It was like messages. It kept saying shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'm like, okay. Let me not mix them up. Okay, last pass, whole family. And then Black Sam is next. I ain't gonna do them together because this one already, it's like we will always be at an hour when we do the messages, right? But we be unpacking. Okay. Okay, that'll be 3. I don't know. It's just saying no. Let me just go with my spirit say. Did I just knock that out? I did. I'm sorry. That's not ours though. But let me get the focal point card. Said keep shuffling. Let's see. There. Yep. There we go. Okay, let me double check to make sure. No. That wasn't it. It was this one. And it's crazy. Look at the, I won't even go into that one yet. Let's start. So let's start with the teacup. Sorry making y'all know I be having a shuffle. So skirt, quick getaway, the runner, escaping. Could be escaping tendencies, allegedly, you know, can have a little something here and there to kind of, you know, just kind of escape from the, you know, the energy sometimes. Inner light, soul searching, finding true self, living consciously. Didn't I say that? It's all in her messages. Can't make it up. So imposter, fraud, stolen identity, faking it, okay? So that's the energy around her or around them. Numbing, self-medicating, drinking away problems, distracting with substances. Siren calls, sexual tactics, gaining attention, lured by temptation. Okay. Mic drop, right? Hater. It's a hater somewhere, ain't it? Definitely haters when it comes to her. Insecure. This was the last card. So I just kind of want to go through these. Sexual protection. Running away. It's a lot of escapism energy, right? In their feels. Somebody in their feelings. Fulfilling a fantasy. Fantasy fulfilled. Okay, Lauren. Somebody got a fake apology. And somebody will be setting the record straight. Take these messages as, where they apply. Okay? Oh, flexing, showing off, prideful and conceited, flashy and boastful. Could be the energy around. Reunion, soul ties. That's deep. Y'all see that? I ain't never seen that at all. Interesting. Release, surrender, and purge. Didn't I say this the energy she in the season? And just what she been going through in the past cycle. The last years. Healing and inner child. I said it. North Node, cosmic purpose, seeking and finding her purpose. Remember, it's all in her messages, especially in astrology cards, right? With the Sagittarius in the 9th house. Placement cards coming right out. Both. Self-worth and expectations, okay? Transcendence and unity. Nip is always there. Truth and expression. Truths coming out. Truths revealed. How about that? Messages that they've been wanting to know. They're gonna find out. Separation and longing. She long and miss him. And vice versa. They miss each other. Pluto, transformation, She's in the 9th year, and that is the energy of him, but he's present. Vacate, beliefs, is something in that energy, right? Present, abundant, and gratitude. She working on it. Toxicity, bound, and patterns. Okay, there's a lot of that energy coming up, especially in those with, I think it was like substances, allegedly, and that could be in different ways, Ace, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? New beginnings in money and finances, okay? And that was in her messages also. So that just backs it up. Action, courage, Jupiter, and beginnings. Remember I said Jupiter and beginnings, a lot of 9th house and blessings from heaven for her. Venus and offer. Okay? Last deck. I love this deck. I'm going to say that because that was the last one. So we got DM slide, new message, unexpected flirtation, direct messages, testing the water, sliding into your inbox. Somebody could be sliding into her inbox, honey, this year. Deep fake, convincing lies, altered truths, virtual deception. Seeing is no longer believing. All right, it's some altered truth somewhere. But remember, I said it's something about truths, and it'll be coming out. Because remember, here we go, setting the record straight, right? You got bread coming, giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, never committing fully. Remember, I said her energy just ain't in it. I said that. I said if she dating it still, it's like, Look, I can't make the messages up. Somebody been left on red. Y'all see that? Ignored messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Maybe they're just busy. Somebody she ain't studying. But remember I said it's not a thing for her. It's just more like to satisfy need and energy. It was right here, sexual tactics, right? Breaking cycles, ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginning. It stops with me in her 9 personal year. Is that not the message? Wow, the messages be messaging, don't they? Wow. And what a way to end. Life lessons, lessons learned, wisdom gained, completing cycles, growth through experience. I'm wiser now. I can't make it up. And this is what it is all about for her this year. And setting the record straight. Soul ties still strong. Love still strong from the heavens. How about that? Okay, and now I'm gone for real, y'all. For Lauren London. This was cool, really special. Hang in there, girl. I know what the fuck it feel like, and it is tough. So you got this. You definitely, he right there. And y'all, the love is here. So that's what that's what Spirit showed me. So I love y'all. So family, we'll be back with Black Sound. No, I got to take a break after this one and go take a smoky smoke. So I love y'all. Peace and love. I will see you guys soon and in the next one, Soul Family. And peace and love to Lauren too. Thanks for watching the Common Corner Show. Peace and love, Soul Family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.